spectacular place, welcoming people. Beautiful natural pools, the real show happens at low tide, 0.3 or less. The tip is, if you have flexible dates, choose dates when the tide is lowest, which occurs during a full moon, but you can also check the tide tables. The best tides are between 0.2 and 0.0, above that, you won't fully appreciate the potential of the natural pools. If it's above 0.5, you won't see the true beauty of the place. Be careful with hostels, vacation rentals, guest houses, and hotels. There are prices for every budget, but many don't have good facilities or locations. If you're staying in Porto itself, check if the accommodation actually has the facilities it claims to have. Muro Alto has the best resorts and apartments for rent, but the daily rates are also more expensive. The center of Porto is very lively, especially at night. Several bars and restaurants, pizzerias, snack bars, etc. With live music, a street market, shops. Porto has a little bit of everything, even though it's a district of Ipajuca and small. It has an American Express, supermarkets, convenience stores, beachwear, articles, perfumeries, pharmacies, and bakeries. There are food options in the city, or you can choose to eat at the beach kiosks, but the price is much higher there. There are restaurants with set menus starting at $19.90, August 2022, all-you-can-eat options at $39.99, August 2022, for lunch, and the same prices for dinner, but you can also opt for pizzas, hamburgers, crepes, and tapiocas. The nearest airport is Recife Airport, which is about 60 kilometers away. You can reach Porto by transfer, rental car, taxi, Uber, or bus. All these options are available directly at the airport. By bus, the trip takes about 1 hour and 30 minutes and costs 20 reais, August 2022, while taxis or Ubers cost over 150 reais. In general, it's a very safe city, very well policed, and you can leave your belongings in your chair without anyone touching them. There are several tours you can take, besides the raft trip to the natural pools, which only happens at low tide. You can take a buggy tour from one end of the river to the other, costing around 300 reais and lasting 4 to 6 hours, going from Muro Alto to Pontal de Maracaípe. There's also a trip to Carneiro's beach that's well worth doing. If the tide is good, it's worth extending your trip a little and visiting Maragogi too. You can also visit Sandro Aleixo Island, as well as Recife with its cultural scene in Olinda. Enjoy your days in Porto Seguro, this little paradise in Pernambuco. Congratulations on the services of Luck Receptivo. We are an Argentinian family. We traveled to Porto de Galinhas at the end of March 2024. Our entire trip was spectacular. Everyone was very kind and responsible. Everything was on time. The ladies at the office in Viva Porto Galinhas were very attentive and provided excellent explanations of all the tours. The city tour of Recife and Olinda was incredibly rainy, but our guide, Betty, was excellent. She made us forget the bad weather. She is very professional and kind. And the drivers for all the transfers were also very good. Everyone was punctual and courteous. We highly recommend Luck Receptivo. Thank you for such a wonderful trip. The guide was very attentive and showed us the region along the way. The stop is a wonderful restaurant, although I found it a bit expensive, but there is a place to store your belongings where you can pay and leave your things safely. There are many small shops and things to see in the surrounding area. The restaurant is right on the beach, and the sea is paradise. There's an optional tour to the natural pools,